Albertsons and Kroger are big giants in the grocery industry. We have many of their stores here in the Treasure Valley. But they're in the process of becoming one even larger company. Kroger, which owns Fred Meyer, is buying Albertsons for $24.6 billion. Just a measly $24.6 billion, Jude. Our Jude Binkley found out what this means for workers, as well as the antitrust investigation that this deal could face.
Well, Morgan, as part of this deal, Kroger, which, that's the parent company of Fred Meyer, will be taking on $4.7 billion of Albertsons debt. The deal will likely have to go through antitrust review, and the deal is expected to close in 2024.
Albertsons, Kroger, Safeway, a number of healthcare workers, and a variety of independents.
Miles Ashaya works for United Food and Commercial Workers, the union that represents Albertsons and Kroger employees. Albertsons is the fourth largest grocery seller in the U.S. by market share. They have banners including Safeway and Vons. Kroger is the second largest grocery seller in the U.S. by market share, with banners like Fred Meyer's and Ralph's. Together, they have about 5,000 stores and more than 700,000 employees. But what about those employees?
For our members, it doesn't really mean anything. So our contracts are in place. So their wages, their retirement, their health care is all secure. That is going to be unchanged. The most important thing to remember is, regardless of what happens with a merger like this, which can take months and months and months and months, our members will be taken care of. Our number one mission is to make sure that our workers and their families get what they deserve, what they need.
The deal will face antitrust scrutiny. Antitrust enforcement is shared by federal and state government, and different jurisdictions can initiate investigations. Deals over a certain size require companies to file a pre-merger notification with the government.
And then that triggers on the federal government side, both the DOJ and FTC, the obligation to kind of review that pre-merger notification and determine whether they recognize any potential competitive issues that they want to look into a little bit more.
Regulators will look for locations where the grocery giant doesn't face any competition.
Baltimore is the question of, if the parties were to merge, would there be competitive harm to consumers in that market in the form of either higher prices or lower quality or less innovation?
There are three ways an antitrust investigation can end. Agencies find no competitive harm in the deal and choose not to challenge it. They could outright challenge the deal, or have companies get rid of certain assets where they compete. In anticipation of this, the company said they would be spinning off nearly 400 stores into a standalone public company.
So in cases where the merging parties come into a potential investigation proposing structural remedies like divestitures, there are two likely kind of potential outcomes. Either the investigating agency could accept the divestitures as proposed, and then the case would just result in a settlement, or the investigative agency could find that competitive harm is still likely, even with the proposed divestitures, at which point they could try to block the deal.
Now, Kroger said the company would decide if stores will change their names based on which one has the stronger market share. We'll see what that means here in the Treasure Valley, but Albertsons was founded in Boise and has a very strong brand here. One of the changes we will likely see is items in stores. Kroger's in-house brand would become Albertsons' in-house brand. The change say this merger will help them compete with Walmart, which is still the #1 grocery store in the industry.
Jude, we said earlier Boar's Head. Did you get any answers on whether Boar's Head meat will be in Albertsons stores?
Well, hey, we'll keep you updated. We'll see.
Okay, sounds good, Jude. Thank you.